existing fan base crash their organization.
It's because of the fans! It's because of the fans, man!
Let's get it going!
Oh yeah, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Ravi and Ray podcast, baby. We got mock draft 2.0 for you guys today. Sorry, I might sound a little bit under the weather, but I'm not. Man, these allergies are killing me. They're absolutely killing me, man. Holy crap. I've been sneezing and my eyes have been itching all over the place all day today. It's been horrible.
It's no mic problems. It's allergies. That's what it is.
It's
and I'm right there
allergies.
with you, Ray.
It's allergies.
I'm right there with you, man. These allergies have been absolutely dreadful, but that's not going to stop us from getting mock draft 2.0 this time. And Ray, this time we're going to switch it up. You're going to take the odds. I'm going to take the evens, except on the pick number 22, Baltimore Ravens. I'll let you go ahead and take that one. Let's not waste any time, Ray. You ready to get into it?
Let's get it. Let's do it.
Get it. PFF, thank you very much. Raymond, the Carolina Panthers are now on the clock. Who are you taking?
Man, you know what? I'm going to go around the hype right now. I'm going to hop on this hype train. I know last time you had picked CJ Stroud last time as number one. I'm going to go where the hype's at, dude. Like you said, Robbie, if I'm not mistaken, before we even started, that sportsbook, is it a sportsbook or was it in Vegas? In Vegas,
multiple sports books have gotten Bryce Young to be the new favorite, and multiple NFL insiders are saying that he is now the favorite.
I believe it, dude. I believe it. I mean, I think you can't go wrong with either guy, but man, Bryce Young, dude, he looks ready. But CJ Stroud looks good too. But I think maybe during their evaluations, they just thought maybe Bryce Young is just a little bit more pro ready right now. Mm-hmm. And that's what the Panthers need, man. They need this. I mean, it's a horrible division. Let's go Bryce Young, baby. Let's go Bryce Young.
And honestly, Raymond, that's the right pick, honestly, for the Carolina Panthers. I did take CJ Stroud on the last mock draft that we did, but that was just buying into the hype of everybody saying, oh, CJ Stroud, because everyone was downfalling Bryce Young's 5'10" height comparison to Kyler Murray and stuff like that. What was he like? He weighed in at 204, but people are saying that's water weight. He's really under 200 pounds. His walking weight's 180, maybe 170s, around there. But Bryce Young, he is the man. Just like you said, Ray, if Bryce Young is 6 foot, if he's 6'1", I don't think there's any talks about who's going number one, right, Ray?
Yeah, there's no doubt.
There's no doubt. And there's a lot of reports coming out, Ray. We actually haven't talked about this off the air, but I've read some reports that Texans might not take the quarterback at number 2, Ray. They are talking about passing on the quarterback. And I know, how do you feel about that?
Stupid. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if that happens, that it won't be the owner, obviously, but it's going to be the general manager. I can promise you with everything that I have, that person will get fired. You will see that person getting fired. Even if that player, whether it's Will Anderson Jr., whether it's Tyree Wilson, it doesn't matter. Even if those guys performed at a very high level, they're not going to win games still because there's nobody to throw. Who's their quarterback? So, I mean, and especially if those two players, whether it's CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, just balls out of control in a different organization, yeah, that guy's going to get fired. Like 1,000,000% he's going to get fired. I can promise you that. So they would be very dumb to pass on CJ Stroud. Very dumb.
Yeah. I don't hate the move, Ray. And the only single reason why I don't hate the move on passing on number 2, you have to guarantee yourself that the hype is falling around Anthony Richardson, which it sounds like it is a little bit. Sounds like a lot of people are saying Anthony Richardson could fall to the middle of the draft and over here. And I think that would be only right. The only reason why Anthony Richardson has been so overhyped, and especially by us, right? Because we love Anthony Richardson.
Oh
He
yeah.
by far has the highest ceiling. Um, but he didn't perform so well in college. And, numbers aren't everything, but they're a big part of it. But going back to the Texans, is that they have to bank that Anthony Richardson will be over there if that's who they love and want to pass up on a guy like CJ Stroud because they do have pick number 12, right? I mean, can you imagine if they end up perfect draft case scenario, right? You take Will Anderson Jr. over here, right? Probably besides Bijan Robinson, probably the best guy in the draft, right? Um, and then you keep going in the draft and you're able to land Anthony Richardson. Imagine being able to land Will Anderson Jr. and Anthony Richardson. Tell me the Houston Texans wouldn't be excited for that.
Actually, I think you're onto something. You know what I was going to ask you just to further more your input. Could they trade the number 2? Could
Yeah.
they trade number 2 to maybe Indy and say, "Hey, Indy,
Division rivals, I don't it's gonna be rare. I don't know. I could see maybe them trading it to Detroit if they want to come up, Atlanta if they want to come up, the Tennessee Titans if they want to come up.
if
I
the
could
Tennessee
well,
Titans."
sorry,
The
division
Raiders
rival
too.
again.
The
Rivals
Raiders
too.
do have Jimmy G, but I mean, they can always let him go next year and have
Mhm.
some guy underneath his belt.
Yeah.
But
This is honestly a tough scenario, and I do not want to be the GM of the Houston Texans right now because you're taking a big risk, right? If you
oh yeah,
take Will Anderson, I won't take too much time on this, Ray. I know I already have. If you take Will Anderson over here, right? And Indy takes a quarterback that you want. Now you're gonna have to face that quarterback twice a year, right? The person that's before you, the Titans, at pick number 11, right before you, if they take the other quarterback that you like, now both the quarterbacks that you like and are like you can go either way about. Now that you're gonna face them twice a year each. So I think no matter
yeah,
what, you have to go quarterback here if you're the
yeah.
Houston Texans. It's a sexy thought, it's a very sexy thought, but you have to go quarterback, and you have to take CJ Stroud over here. So I'm gonna take CJ Stroud still, and I'm not gonna buy that hype train that's coming around saying that it's possible, but I'm not gonna buy that hype train. Number 3, Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. Who are you taking here, Ray?
Will Anderson Jr. Will
There's
Anderson Jr. Yeah,
that's just such an easy pick, right?
it's an
It's
easy
such an
pick.
easy pick. It's an easy pick because he's the best player available. Honestly, I can see the
Yeah,
Cardinals trading down. Once again, we are not doing a trading draft. Maybe we'll talk about that in the future, but we are not doing a trading draft right now. The Indianapolis Colts, they got Gardner Minshew, but they don't have a quarterback, Ray. And that this is their only first round pick. They're not blessed like the Texans. They have 2 first rounders. I feel like they have to go quarterback. If they don't get a quarterback here, that fan base is probably going to turn on them. Let's hype the fan base up. Let's get the highest ceiling quarterback over here. Let's get the quarterback that Ray and I both love in Anthony Richardson. I'm going to take Anthony Richardson, AR-15, headed to Indy, and Pat McAfee's going to be excited for that, right?
yeah. Pat McAfee's gonna be going freaking nuts. I mean, could you? All I have to just say is one thing: Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor.
Oh my god.
In that pistol form, where you either you can either hand it off or what is oh my gosh, the read option
Oh, RPO?
RPO, man. I mean, it's just off the charts. I mean, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. Oh, dude, I do not want to be another team. I don't want to be the guys those defensive coordinators, man. They're going to be having their heads full, their hands full. At number 5, honestly, dude, I'm still gonna go with I want to go with Jalen Carter really bad.
Oh,
Dude, I just think that guy's got a lot of problems, man. I'm gonna go with Tyree Wilson. I'm gonna go with
really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tyree Wilson. I think Tyree Wilson, dude, just I want to go Jalen Carter really bad, but dude, he's just got a lot of baggage. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
baggage, man, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Seattle's known to take on those personnels, though. I could see Jalen Carter fitting there. Jalen Carter, advised by Drew Rosenhaus to not take any visits out of the top 10. So
Yeah.
if he
Oh yeah.
falls past 10, it could get a little scary, to be honest, because he could fall a lot if he's declining interviews after the top 10. So he really has to bank on being a top 10 pick. Now you got MCDC. You got the Detroit Lions, who's coming off such a major hype from last year. This pick that they got in that Matthew Stafford trade, from the Rams. This one's a hard pick until a few days ago. And I think you nailed it on our last mock draft, Ray. They just traded their number one cornerback, Jeff Okuda, to the Falcons for a fifth round pick. And honestly, I was gonna debate over here taking Jalen Carter, but once you get rid of a star cornerback like Jeff Okuda, Raymond, you hit it perfectly on our mock draft 1.0. Devin Witherspoon is going to Detroit over here.
All right. Well, hey, shit, I got it. I got something right. Damn. Because you know what's really funny too, actually going back on that, you actually nailed it too, Robbie, because I was like, dude, you're gonna have, because I had picked Christian Gonzalez as their pick.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry, you picked Gonzalez, correct?
I did pick Christian Gonzalez, but I was gonna but you nailed it though, because I was like, oh, you're gonna have Jeff Okuda and Christian Gonzalez, and you're like, I'm not really too sold on Jeff Okuda, man. Like he really hasn't came together.
Yeah,
And
injuries.
you kind of called it. Like you really called it. They straight up traded him for a fifth round draft pick. He was like what, third overall?
Fourth.
Fourth overall?
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. That's wild. He hasn't even finished his rookie year deal. So
Nope.
he must just be that bad.
Injuries.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Can't stay on the field, man. Can't stay on the field. And
Damn,
for
dude.
for a position that's so vital, like the corner position, you have to stay on the field. And I'm sorry for butchering the Christian Gonzalez. I like Devin Witherspoon just a tad bit better over here, Ray.
Oh yeah.
So and it's 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
And you can
No,
put
they're
either
fantastic.
guy over there. They're both amazing. They
They're both
both
good.
have their own unique set of skills. I like Devin Witherspoon just a tad bit better, but neither one of them is the wrong pick over here.
No, I agree, dude. I agree with you 1,000%. You're getting insanely good value for both corners.
Yeah. And now, Ray, pick number 7 is here. The Las Vegas Raiders. I know Clark County Prison is already stacked up. Is Jalen Carter going to be the next one over there?
Hell no, it's not gonna be. Hell no, we're not goddamn Raider fans. All right, man. For you Raider fans, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go with Paris Johnson Jr. I've been so high on this kid from Ohio State. He's my number one offensive tackle that's gonna come off that board. The Raiders have to protect Jimmy G. They have to protect this man. Jalen Carter would be such an easy pick, but however, it's a lot of baggage. And what is the Raiders have known for? Players with a tremendous amount of baggage on them. I believe that the Raiders organization, not just the fan base, but just the organization itself, has learned from Henry Ruggs, has learned from their second was it? I forgot his last name, but was showing that gun on like IG. I forgot his name,
Arnett?
but who was it?
Was it Damon Arnett?
I think it might have been. I'm not too sure, but
yeah,
I just think they're done with players like this that have baggage attached to their names. They should be. But with the Raiders, you never know. They probably could go after Jalen Carter. But I'm going to take the non-sexy pick. I'm going to take the pick that makes the most sense in my eyes, and Paris Johnson Jr. off the board.
Paris Johnson Jr. Yeah, I think that's probably the best pick right over there, Ray. And I can't really argue with you on that one. And I'm totally with you. I know a lot of Peter Skoronski lovers, but Paris Johnson Jr. I feel like he can play all 5 positions. He's just so
He's nasty.
He's so versatile. He's so
dude.
quick on his feet. I love watching.
Yeah.
I love watching the big guys run around. I think he's probably going to be off the board before Skoronski over here. I love that pick. Atlanta Falcons, ATL. Who did they have at quarterback, Ray?
Nobody. I got to think about
Right
it.
now.
They have what's his name? Ritter.
Desmond Ritter. They're banking
Desmond
on Desmond
Ritter.
Ritter.
Yeah.
Will Levis looks so tempting over here. He looks
Can,
so tempting.
can I just chime in?
Yeah.
ATL. Look who that defensive lineman Jalen Carter, Atlanta, Georgia.
He's right over here.
Bro, he
He's
could go
right.
home.
And
He could go home technically.
pair him up with Grady Jarrett too. Grady Jarrett's getting a little older. I really like that pick. This is a tough one. They've really locked up their secondary. They got Jeff Okuda. They got AJ Terrell over there. They got that one safety from the Bengals that's slipping my mind right now. They're really good on secondary. Too high to take a linebacker. Arthur Smith, defensive coach. Bring it home, baby. Jalen Carter staying home. And I think this is why he's banking on not taking any outside of the top 10 interviews. Because I think he knows that he's not going to slip past ATL over here. Jalen Carter to ATL. Here
Oh
we go,
yeah,
Ray.
dude.
Lock it up.
You know what's wild, dude? This draft that we're having, this draft is like, if there was no trades, this might be seriously legit.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't felt this good about a draft in a while, honestly.
So at number 9, once again, I think you're gonna take Peter Skronsky.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if I got his last name wrong, but hopefully I got it right. From Northwestern. You have to protect the quarterback, man. That's a big need that they need over there, and you get one of the best in the game. So I think Peter Skornsky is off the board.
Absolutely. Tackle is one of their biggest needs. And with Paris Johnson Jr. going earlier, you have to take the next best player available over there. And luckily for them, Skarunsky can absolutely play. So I think he'll be a day one starter over there. He'll protect Justin Fields' blind side just fine. Right over here, pick number 10, Ray. Here we go. The Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock, our NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles over here, and this one's a little bit of a hard pick again, man. I feel like the even picks have been a little bit harder. I kind of feel for you on our last draft now a little bit right now.
They were tough.
Yeah, and now where does Philly go at a top 10 pick for someone that made the Super Bowl last year? That's amazing, right? That's amazing.
It's insane.
And they got another pick coming up later in the draft in the first round. I feel like you're good on receivers. You could use some edge. You know, a couple guys getting older. But I think the pick is pretty simple. It was a 1-year deal, I believe, for Darius Slay. And you got to get that secondary back on track. They still, I don't think, have re-signed. No, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson went somewhere else. Where did he go? He went to, was it Detroit? I believe he went to Detroit. And I think you need to get a corner over here. And if Christian Gonzalez falls on their lap right over here with Darius Slay getting a little older, 1-year contract, let him learn from Slay. Big play Slay.
Oh
Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon right over here.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick right there.
Pick number 11.
Damn, Robbie, that is a good pick. You know what, man? At number 11, the Tennessee Titans, they need a quarterback. Ryan Tannehill is not the answer, and there's a quarterback staring us right in the face. Will Levis from Kentucky will be a Tennessee Titan. Tell me that's just not a perfect fit, though.
It is such a perfect fit
It's because
especially if he can sit behind one here behind Tannehill. But right, they need some ball catchers, man. They need some ball catchers. And you had Jackson Smith and Jigba staring you right in the face right over there.
But Ryan Tannehill, everyone knows he's not the answer, though. Like, he's just not the answer, man. He's just not it. And honestly, like, if I know you're saying that he should just stay behind him, but I think Ryan Tannehill is going to play so poorly and so bad that Will Levis is just going to take his job. I can see Will Levis taking his job, maybe not in the beginning of the year, but towards the end, his job will get taken over. And that's experience for this guy. And then next year, they can go get him all the weapons he needs.
Yeah, ever since they lost AJ Brown, they've been really stressing over there to get a good pass catcher.
And
But
look what happened when they fired. I mean, not fired. When they got rid of AJ Brown.
big,
When he lit him up, dude, that
uh,
GM got fired. That
was it
GM got fired,
was it the
literally.
day after or like the week
Yeah,
after?
it was
It
the
was like
day
so
after.
close. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these executives, man, like, and it's just to go like they don't. Some of them they have no idea what the hell they're talking about, and they have no
Mhm.
idea what they're doing. It's wild.
It was absolutely wild. Did you see Will Levis, what he puts in his coffee?
Yeah, yeah. For
Will
those who don't
Levis,
know, check it out on our YouTube channel, man.
you know what? I'm not even gonna spoil it. YouTube Shorts, you'll see it on there. Please go see what Will Levis puts in his coffee. You will
Holy
be
crap!
absolutely disgusted.
I can't believe it.
I drink about 2 to 3 cups coffee a day since Raymond has known me.
Yeah,
I could never even fathom having that kind of texture in my coffee. I cannot even fathom that.
that's disgusting.
I don't even want to talk about it because I'm about to throw up. My allergies are killing me right now. I don't need to get more disgusted right now. So let's move it on. Houston Texans, they took CJ Stroud. Come on, man. You got rid of Brandon Cooks for what, like a fifth round pick to Dallas? Get him a receiver. Get him somebody that's probably, no, not probably. I'll take that back. Get him somebody that is the best route runner in this draft. Get him Jackson Smith and Jigba right over here. Pair him up. Pair him up. CJ
That's
Stroud,
beautiful.
CJ Stroud, Jackson Smith and Jigba, both Ohio State. How could it be more perfect than that?
I like it. I like it. Um, for the Jets, so the Jets are on the clock. I'm going to address that tackle need. I think let's see if we go to the tackles, do we have Darnell
All
White
right.
from
Yeah.
Tennessee? So I think yeah, man, dude, I think that's going to be the right move. Because I
Darnell
think if
Wright.
they do that, then they'll have a they have a good spot at the right tackle then. So
Yeah.
and that helps with Aaron Rodgers because we all know Aaron Rodgers is going to go there. I think he's going to go there, but I believe he will be there, and they gotta hold him upright so that way he can perform at the highest of his abilities. So let's get it, man. Darnell Wright,
I
Tennessee.
I love that pick. That's their highest need. Mekhi Becton, an absolute huge animal, but he just can't stay healthy. Darnell Wright will also help him get some depth on that tackle position on top of everything. But I think, yeah, like you said, he'll play right tackle very nicely on the opposite side of Mekhi Becton when he's healthy. Right over here, the New England Patriots are on the clock. Why does it say the
Yeah, I
number
was
one
just
need
gonna tell you that,
quarterback? Come
dude.
on, PFF. Come
So
on.
PFF. So I just want to let everybody know this is just a website that we're using, but PFF is literally says, and I want to get your opinion on this, that you guys need a quarterback. How do you feel about that?
The disrespect on Mac Jones has been absolutely horrible. Give Mac Jones some love. This dude, he did so good his rookie year, right? People started falling in love with him his rookie year, right? Last year was such a bad down year. I'm not going to make the excuses, but it was in the pudding itself, right? He had a defensive coordinator as an offensive coach. Come on. After he lost probably one of the best offensive coordinators in this century in Josh McDaniels, who's won countless Super Bowls, and you're going to replace him with a defensive coordinator? Come on, man. Like, give Mac Jones some help. I'm so happy that we're going out and we let Jacoby Myers walk, unfortunately. We gave that same contract Jacoby Myers got to Juju Smith Schuster, who I think can do a little bit more than Jacoby Myers can. And so I'm very happy with that. We got rid of Jonnu Smith. He didn't pan out. Now we have Hunter Henry. And then we also have another tight end who we just signed in Mike Gesicki, who can play a slot. He's actually played more snaps on the receiver position, Ray, than he has on the tight end position. So he's a very versatile tight end, but you got to get still Mac Jones a little bit more help. This is a make it or break it year for him.
Yeah.
Quentin Johnston staring you right in the face right over here, Ray. And this dude, if he can learn from somebody Go learn from Devontae Parker on how to go up and get a ball. Devontae Parker will show you how to jump up and get the ball. Get Quentin Johnston off the board right over here, Billy B. Take him at 14. No excuses for Mac Jones. This is it right here. Quentin Johnston,
Damn.
welcome to New England.
Oh, damn. You know who I thought you were going to go for? I thought you were going to pair Matthew Judon with Lucas Van Ness.
It was so tempting. And
But
only reason why I didn't. Only reason
if
why I
that
didn't.
happened though, if you guys really got him though, would you be mad?
No, not at all. But a little bit. Just because um who wouldn't like another edge, right? Who wouldn't like
Yeah.
another edge? But we have Matthew Judon, a little bit older legs, but still was second in sacks last year. But Josh Uche is really coming along. Also, double-digit sacks last year as our second pass rusher. So I don't think an edge is that much of a need for us as much as maybe a tackle. And then you had 3 tackles go right before you right over here. You got to get Mac Jones some help over here. Focus on the offense. Defense will be just fine, man. Focus on the offense right over there.
I agree 100%. So we got pick 15. We got Green Bay on the clock. Green Bay needs a lot of help everywhere. You know, it's really hard for me to not pick Dalton. Man, I don't even know how to say his last name, but
it's Kincaid.
Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid. Sorry, folks. Horrible with names, clearly. But I'm gonna go Lucas Van Ness here, man. I think that's just an easy pick. That guy is sky's the limit with him, seriously, and he's a fantastic player. I loved watching his film. But yeah, Green Bay needs help everywhere. So let's get him the best edge pass rusher, I believe, on this board right now.
I love that pick. I love that pick a lot, Ray. Washington Commanders are now on the clock, and this one's a tough one because they have probably. Would you say they have the best D line in all of football? They have Montez Sweat, they have Chase Young, they have Deron Payne, they have Jonathan Allen, all 4 on that line. Could we come out and say that that's probably the best D line in all of football? When healthy, that's the best defensive line in all of football, right?
Yeah, they're pretty damn good, man.
So where do you go over here? You don't need another defensive lineman. You need some corner help. You do need some corner help. You got 2 good safeties. You could use another edge, maybe, if you're gonna let Chase Young or Montez Sweat walk, maybe. They need a quarterback, Ray. They really
need a
do need a quarterback. And Hendon Hooker, who last week when we did the mock draft 1.0, I'm sorry, I don't even know who the hell Hendon Hooker is. I'm sure you know who Hendon Hooker is now, right? I freaking love Hendon Hooker.
I didn't even know who the hell he was either. And then he's just been making a huge buzz.
Yeah, I love Hendon Hooker. I think he can sneak into the first round, but this is too early. 16 is too rich for my blood for Hendon Hooker over here. This is actually a very tough pick. Where do you go over here? I really think you need some offensive lineman help. I could see them maybe reaching for like a guard because they really need somewhere inside, like in interior lineman help. I could see them going linebacker, maybe getting Nolan Smith because he's so damn fast. Have him play linebacker over there. This is just such a tough pick, Ray. Honestly, it took a lot of time for me to know who I'm going to go, and I can't even find him. There he is. He's all the way down here. Osiris Torrance is who I was going to go with out of Florida. Anthony Richardson's guard right over here. I know it looks like a little bit of a reach, but it's not a reach because he is the best guard available. This is probably the best pick that the Commanders can go. Protect Sam Howell. Protect whichever quarterback you might take in the 2nd or 3rd round. Let's just get Osiris Torrance and just build up that offensive line for right now.
That's a good pick, dude. That's a really good pick. And thank you for picking that because now it made my pick a lot easier. With 17, man, look, this pick right here is a match made in heaven. Joey Porter Jr. is going to go to the Steelers. That pick is a match made in heaven for the Steeler fan base because Joey Porter, his dad played for the Steelers, if I'm not mistaken. So That's just a match made, dude. That's just a blessing right there. Can't fall any, and it hurts me to say it, but Joey Porter Jr. is going to be badass in this league, and I can't wait to watch him play. But it's going to suck that he's going to have to go up against Odell twice a year, so that's going to suck.
It's gonna suck when he shuts down Odell twice a year. I'm with
I
you
hope
on
not.
that one. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions. I think this is a pretty easy pick. You win defense, get a cornerback last time. You traded away TJ Hawkinson. You can never replace TJ Hawkinson. But if there's anybody that you can get, Dalton Kincaid, very quarterback friendly, runs great routes, good big
Oh yeah.
build.
Oh yeah.
I think he's probably the best tight end this year coming out right with Michael Meyer as well. But I like Kincaid just a little bit better right over here. Let's get that tight end back that we really desperately need because we got a bunch of nobodies right now. Dalton Kincaid, welcome to Detroit.
And for number 19, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude, they need a lot of help, man. I
Oh,
mean, you
myself.
know what? You got to start in the trenches. I feel like for any organization, if you have so many needs, where do you start? We'll start with the offensive line. Start with the trenches. Help your quarterback out for whoever the heck that's going to be. I'm going to go with Broderick Jones from Georgia. He's the offensive tackle. The longtime left tackle, Devon Smith. He's man, dude. He's just. I just think with and also too, they're going to leave Tristan Wirfs at right tackle. That leaves him at right tackle. But Devon Smith, man, yeah, dude. With him no longer, I don't believe him any. He's not going to be there anymore. So now they can just refill him with Broderick Jones.
I love that pick, Ray. That was a
Yeah,
great pick right over there. Just
it took me
because
a long time to get that to get my segment out. Sorry, I was trying to read my notes at the same time.
no, you're totally fine. I really like that pick. Um, Devin White just came out and said he demands a trade. Bucks are slowly falling apart right now. They really need some help. Whoever our quarterback is, let's just get him some help. Let's just get him some tackle help. Broderick Jones, I think it's a great pick, right? I think you're just nailing the odds on this draft right now. Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks. Just a little reminder that before they did pick Tyree Wilson at pick number 5, which was just an outstanding pick. And that's the only reason we're not going Kalia Kainsey right over here, even though he's such a great pick right over there. I could see maybe this one's a little bit of a tough pick because they do also need some interior line help. They still do need some D line help. I know they got Tariq Woolen, but they still need a little bit of corner help. And just because of that, I think pairing Tariq Woolen with Deontay Banks right over here, I think is just a match made in heaven. You got, the Rams, you got Cooper Kupp. DeAndre Hopkins is still in the Cardinals at this moment. And then you got Marquise Brown. You got Debo in that division. You have Brandon Ayuk in that division. Let's get some corners. Let's help that defense. It's a defensive draft for the Seahawks because that's what they need the most probably right now. Deontay Banks is going to Seattle. After the forfeited pick from the Miami Dolphins, the Chargers are now on the clock right over here, Ray.
Yeah, dude, the Chargers are on the clock. They do need a wide receiver. They need a linebacker. They need corners.
Running back.
I know, dude. And that's the hard thing too, because I really think they should, but I haven't heard any news on their running back. I haven't
Um,
heard anybody really making a trade for him or wanting to make a trade for him. I
so the
haven't heard anything.
So the reports coming out about Eckler is that he tried to seek a trade, not getting what he wants. It
Mm-mm.
sounds like he's just gonna hush up and just play one more year. I feel so bad for the running back position, just
Yeah,
because their values are so low.
yeah.
It sounds like Eckler might be staying with the Chargers now. Still possibly could get dealt later. I'm not sure.
Dude, I think because he is gonna stay one more year, he's gonna try to prove it that he is worthy of a long-term contract. Give me Jordan Addison from USC, wide receiver.
Ooh.
I think Jordan Addison, yeah, give me Jordan Addison, man.
A lot of people are saying Jordan Addison is probably the best receiver in this draft. He's so quick. He's so nimble on his feet. He just looks amazing. A lot of people are really falling in love with Jordan Addison right now, and I think he will get into the first round. I really like that pick. Keenan Allen's getting a little bit older. Mike Williams can't stay on the field. last year they were out without both of them at the same time. I think Jordan Addison makes so much sense over there, Ray. And I know Baltimore's on the clock, so I'm going to give the floor to you. Baltimore Ravens, hometown, who are we taking?
The Baltimore Ravens in the 2023 NFL Draft selects
Hendon Hooker?
Hendon Hooker.
No.
Hendon Hooker.
Are you
Put
serious?
his name on. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Put his name on the board.
Wow.
Find this man. Hendon Hooker from Tennessee is going to Baltimore. Here's the reason why. I read about it, and that's the only reason why I know about this guy, because I was reading a lot on him. Dude, Eric DaCosta did say the Ravens are looking at quarterbacks. Let's be honest here. Let's go, and I'm gonna just give my take as quickly as I can. Just because the Baltimore Ravens got Odell Beckham Jr. does not mean Lamar Jackson's just gonna magically just come back. Just because they got him, it makes zero sense. So Baltimore says, "Oh well, Lamar, you're asking for help. We got you help now, but now you can come back, right?" He goes, "Well, did you pay me?
Yeah.
Did you give me my money?" "No, we didn't, but we got you Odell." Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Baltimore needs a quarterback. Lamar is not going to play for the Ravens. I'm sorry. I just don't see him playing for the Ravens unless he is going to get paid, which clearly shows that he is not going to get paid by the Ravens. And we got to get somebody. Do I think I'm just going with the hype. And I think this is what a Raven pick would be. Because I just don't see. I mean, Zay Flowers is another guy who I would have chosen, who I would like to have. The way that this draft is falling, I would have got Zay Flowers in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, who's gonna throw the football? Tyler Huntley has proven he's not the guy. We've lost every game with Tyler Huntley, damn near. So it's proven that he's not the guy. I mean, I've watched a lot of film on him. I've seen him play. Tyler Huntley's not the dude. Give this kid a shot.
Wow. You have a Hooker as a quarterback. How does that make you feel now?
Makes me feel pretty dirty.
What made you fall in love with Hendon Hooker, Ray? Because if Hendon Hooker was healthy, I could totally see him falling into the first round before Will Levis.
Oh, he would definitely, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Maybe even before
100%.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he played really good ball, man. He played really good ball in Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee was like what they were at one point like the number one team in college football. They really were, and dude, he can throw the ball fantastically well. He did really good, man, and
he can run.
And he can run. And
Yeah.
he can run. Is he Lamar fast? No. But he can run the ball when he wants to. But he doesn't ever look to run. He's usually just trying to pick you off. He's just trying to just pick you apart, pretty much. And dude, like I said, man, I just don't see Lamar coming back just because Odell's there. It makes zero sense. He's either going to get paid or he's going to hold out. And to be honest with you, I think he's going to hold out. I think he's going to say, I don't want 33 million or 32, 34 million, whatever the deal is. He's not going to sign it. And that's it, dude. It's done. This marriage is over between Baltimore. And honestly, like I said, just me, man. It's just, I would rather Baltimore get Zay Flowers or just go and get another corner, or maybe a defensive interior pass rusher or somebody. Nolan Smith is still on that board, or maybe even a tackle, just somebody else, because I think you can get a better value next year. Because without Lamar, I'm going to be honest, man, I don't think the Ravens are going to go anywhere. Hendon Hooker might prove everybody wrong. He might prove everybody wrong. I don't know, but yeah, I'm very torn, but yeah, dude, Hendon Hooker, man. Let's go.
I love me a Hooker, Ray. Hendon Hooker can really ball, dude. I love that pick. That's such a great
dirty
pick.
bird.
You really threw a curveball at me, and I honestly wasn't ready, so I didn't even know how to react on that one. That was just such a beautiful pick. And I'm so happy you fell in love with Hooker because I really think that when it's all said and done, Hooker can be he has the ceiling to be the second best quarterback. If we're talking ceilings, I would put him right under Anthony Richardson as far as ceiling go. I
Yeah.
know no shot to Bryce Young, no shot to Bryce Young at all. That dude can absolutely ball. Best quarterback, hands down, coming out right now. But if we're talking ceiling, what you can do long term with the big guns in the league, Hendon Hooker has the traits to do so, and I think he can do it. But coming off that ACL, he just needs to stay healthy, right? That's the main concern.
He needs to stay healthy. That
Yeah,
is true, man. Because when he was healthy, like I said, Tennessee last year was number one in college football. They were the number one team, and they were balling,
yeah,
balling.
yeah, absolutely. I love that pick, Ray. You really threw a curveball at me. Number 23, Minnesota Vikings are now on the clock. Ray, who we taking over here?
So with the 23rd pick, let me see here. They're gonna need, yeah.
They just lost Adam Thielen also.
You know what, man? Let's get the defensive interior. Let's look at that. Let's get that guy from Pittsburgh.
Kalia Kansi.
Yep, let's get
Great
him.
pick. Great pick. Great value pick. I really like that pick. And
Yeah.
honestly, if you were not going to go there, I was going to take him for the Jaguars very easily over there. Next up, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have surprised everybody last year. Trevor Lawrence is coming on. That offense came along. That defense came along really well towards the end last year. This one's kind of a tough pick, but they really need some secondary help. Brian Branch just fell on your lap. Nolan Smith is also a really good pick over here, but I'm still going to go Brian Branch right over here, safety out of Bama.
I like it. For number 25, the New York Giants, dude, you got to go Zay Flowers. They need help.
Big
They
time.
said, you know what? I was really going to think about going running back here because of Saquon, because he says he is not going to
Yeah.
sign that, and I get it. I don't blame him at all. They did the same thing they're going to do to Lamar. They put a non-exclusive franchise tag on him to get a more cheaper value because they know no one's going to pay that much for they're not going to give up X amount of draft picks and then also have to pay a running back X amount of money.
Mhm.
I don't see that happening. But yeah, Zay Flowers, man. They chose Daniel Jones. Okay, get him a weapon. Get him some weapons there. So
Yeah.
I think Zay Flowers will automatically be the number one wide receiver in
They
New
got
York.
they have Wandale Robinson coming back. They traded for Darren Waller. Now get him some Zay Flowers. I really think this is by far going to be the best receiving core that Daniel Jones has had to deal with.
Oh yeah.
So I'm super happy for him. I hope they can work out something with Saquon. And if they really cannot work out something with Saquon, I could see them pivoting to a Bijan Robinson. And you know what? I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Saquon's selfish. He doesn't want to play under the tech." Look at what the league does to running backs. Look at what they do. Look at Eckler, top producer at the running back position, and he's been making what, like 6 million a year, something stupid. And
Yeah.
once the running backs are out of their 4 year gap of their first contract, by the time it's for their second one, teams are already looking to replace them. And I don't blame Saquon Barkley one bit. I'm not playing under the tag. I've gotten some injuries. I have proven to you that I could stay healthy last year. Pay me now. It's time to pay me. If not, I'm going to go somewhere where will pay me because once I'm 29, once I'm reaching that at 28, 29 age, no one's going to pay me as much as I'm going to get paid right now. So that's
Oh
where I
yeah.
can see them pivoting to Bijan Robinson, just like they did to Zeke, just like the Dallas Cowboys did to Zeke over here. And it's so tempting right over here to take the best player available. Some people are saying the best player in this draft, Bijan Robinson. He's staring me in the face, and I just cannot look away from him right now. But then you also have Michael Meyer right over here, tight end. They just lost Dalton Schultz. I could
You
see,
know what? I called that.
yeah,
I don't know if you remember. Wait, remember he dropped that pass?
uh huh.
And no, he stayed in bounds.
He got pushed back, which made the clock keep running.
I thought he stayed. I thought he stayed in bounds.
He went out of bounds, but the corner, I believe it was, grabbed him and pushed him back. And they cannot have you have negative yardage with the clock keep running. So the clock kept
Oh,
running.
okay. Because you know what, dude? The whole time I was telling Tyler, I was like, dude, that dude's gonna get sent to Cleveland. I guarantee you, he's gonna get. They're gonna trade him. They're gonna trade his ass, and they cut him. And I was like,
Where's he
oh,
at?
dude, like, yeah. And I
Houston.
was like, I called it. I was like, oh, I was thinking, but I didn't. I didn't even think about. Man, are you sure that's what happened? He got. I
I
thought he just went. I thought he like caught the ball, and he had a chance to go out of bounds, and he like tried to do something, and he like went
No,
stayed inbounds.
it was an extremely smart play by the corner because he knew the rules so well. He
Yeah.
pushed him back. He grabbed him. He knew what he was doing. I cannot remember the corner's name for the life of me. He grabbed him, pushed him back, and Dalton Schultz did go out of bounds, but he was going backwards while he was going out of bounds, which
Oh,
made by rule made the clock keep running. I know exactly
gotcha.
what play you're talking about. This is such a tough pick for me right here, Ray, because they also do need a tackle, and Anton Harrison staring me. Bijan Roberts is staring at me. Michael Myers staring at me. Mozzie Smith, who I've already stated that I freaking love in this draft out of Michigan, is staring at me. And it's such a tough pick right over here. But you have to think, what is Jerry Jones going to do? Is Jerry Jones going to draft just a defensive end that really has a name not too big like Mozzie Smith coming out? Likely not. He's going to want a sexy pick, and I think he will get a sexy pick, but I think it's going to be Miles Murphy as the sexy pick. I'm going to go Miles
Damn.
Murphy edge over here for the Dallas Cowboys, and Bijan Robinson so tempting, but I think they're going to run it with Tony Pollard and get someone else later in the draft.
Wow. That's a damn good pick, dude. I didn't see that. You know who I thought you were gonna get? I thought you were gonna do Nolan Smith.
I love Nolan Smith. You know that.
I thought you were gonna hit Nolan
Yeah.
Smith on there. Um, for number 27, the Buffalo Bills select Bijan Robinson.
Woo! Please don't say it.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna happen, man. You know, I the
Don't
one
say
thing
it.
that I got it, I get it. They got James Cook from Georgia, I believe, from Georgia. Dude, I just man, they just need somebody. They just need somebody to say, you know what, dude, hey, this is the guy. This is our running back. He's a first down, second down, third down, and James Cook or Devin Singletary or any of those other guys can just come off, you know, maybe give him some help, but maybe if he gets tired. But I think Bijan Robinson will be the just the number one main running back from day one. There's no one that's going to compete against him.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Absolutely love that pick right over there. Bijan Robinson. I can man, I love watching Bijan Robinson play. I actually ran more tape on him. I can't believe it was yesterday or the day before. I just love watching him run the ball, and just to have you say he's going to run against the Patriots twice a year, I'm not looking forward to that. That's all I can say. I'm not looking forward to that at all. Um, Next up, we got your division rivals now, the Cincinnati Bengals, who lost Hayden Hurst. I do believe, right? They did lose Hayden Hurst, I do believe, but they really do need some tight end help. Michael Myers, a really sexy pick looking at you. They need some D lines. They lost the safeties. I think they lost both their safeties, didn't they? Jesse
uh,
Bates and Von Bell.
yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so.
I believe they've lost both, but we already had Brian Branch go earlier. If Brian Branch falls here, I think that's the obvious pick. They're going to take Brian Branch right over there. But now with the draft, how it fell to us, I think you have to go Mozzie Smith. And
Yeah,
I
I
keep
like
trying to
that.
save Mozzie Smith for the Chiefs because I really feel like that's where he's going to end up. But I really like watching Mozzie Smith play. Just a very smart player, plays very big, is very big. I really like Mozzie Smith right over here out of Michigan. Very well coached player, and I think he's really going to help that defense.
I like it a lot. I like that. I like that pick a lot, man. And for the Saints, they need a lot of help everywhere. But to be honest with you, man, you know they did get Derek Carr. I do think that they need to help. If there's one thing that the Saints still have, that's still a good team. I mean, there are a good team, but that they still have is that defense. So I think
Mhm.
you're going to add to that. I'm going to go Emmanuel Forbes, the cornerback from Mississippi State, and I think he'll be a good addition for that team.
Love that pick, Ray. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles on the clock. Just a reminder, earlier they drafted Christian Gonzalez, Raymond's maybe favorite corner coming out of the draft, Ray. Um, Absolute baller on that team. Actually, I picked him. I'm sorry. Christian Gonzalez over there. I think they could go two ways, right? They could go offense and really help Hurts right over here. Maybe get him a tackle. Some of their tackles are getting a little older. Get some depth pieces right over there. Get some defensive help, which I think they should lean to maybe a little bit more. Personally, Mozzie Smith just got off the board. So it's a little tough right over here. Where do you go? If I didn't take Christian Gonzalez earlier, I might take Cam Smith right over here right now. So it's a little tough on which way they can probably go, but I think they need some interior offensive line help. And I think Steve Avila, I probably butchered his last name, Steve Avila out of TCU. I think he can just do the nasty work inside, and he's going to be next to Jason Kelsey. I think that he's really going to help him right over there, and I think that he's really going to help Jalen Hurts. Just give him a little bit more time in the pocket back over there.
That's a solid pick. I didn't even think about that guy from TCU.
Someone's gonna reach.
Okay. Yeah,
Someone's gonna
dude. No,
some
you're
of these
100% right.
some of these day one starters right over here are gonna fall into day two. And Raymond, we're at pick 31. This is the last pick of the first round, and Nolan Smith is still here. Michael
I was gonna
Meyer is still here.
Nolan Smith. That's the guy who I was gonna pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, they need help. They need help on that department by far. And if there's anybody that can give them a new life, man, I always feel like the freaking Chiefs always get somebody good, dude.
yeah.
Damn, man, they always get somebody that's really, really good.
It always ends up happening right over here. This is our first round right over here. Raymond, how do you feel?
Dude, I feel pretty damn good about this draft.
I
I wonder
like
what
this.
do you think it'll give us the our results, or you think we have to would it say we have to pay or something to get the results?
I thought the great.
Oh, there it is. Subscribe to PFF Plus to get your draft rate. That's why I didn't do
Oh,
it last time.
that's why I didn't do it.
Well, how about this? How about the our fan base, man? How about you guys grade our draft? See how
Yeah,
it is. How
let's
what you
hear it.
guys think?
Let's hear it. Drop in the comments right down below. What do you guys think of the draft? How did we do? Who would you change? Are we crazy taking some of these guys on where we took them? Roast
Am
us.
I
Roast
crazy
us.
for choosing Hendon Hooker as our new quarterback?
Raymond loves hookers. You never know. You never know. I could totally see that. Roast us down in the comments down below. Well, that was our draft right over there, folks. Raymond, I, I agree. I think this was our best draft as of yet. We're gonna have one more draft coming up, probably before the draft, or two more. Ray, how are we feeling? We'll see how it goes. One
See how it
definitely
goes.
before, and that will be our final mock draft. We will let you know when it comes up. Ray, any final words?
Nothing. No final words, man. Just thank you guys so much. Shout out again to our sponsors, Steve Job Design. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the logo. If anybody needs a logo or anything like that, hit my boy up, Steve. Once again, that's Steve Job Illustration and Design. Thank you, guys. Peace.